73 of the top 100 players in the nation across the classes of 2027 and 2026 National Program Invitational. Welcome into Lake Point Sports. I'm Cory McCartney. We got a watch party for you today with two games as we cut to our watch party menu here. We've got USA Prime National versus Palmetto Blacksmiths out of the 15U division, and Dallas Tigers National versus Indiana Bulls Black in 17U. First pitch in these games slated for around 10:25 a.m. I'll be joined along the way by Avery Hunt and Jack McCartney. Now in action today for USA Prime National are the number one player in 4 states, Alabama, Colorado, Georgia, and South Carolina. Let's get to know the top-ranked player in the Peach State, Xavier Rodriguez. I cannot get over the skill set defensively behind the plate. 185 pop time. I mean, you're a one-knee receiver.
Yes,
kind of how big has that setup been, and you being able to make the most of that quick transition to get it to down to the second, third, wherever you're throwing?
Yeah, so I actually just started doing that this year. With the runner on, I started doing one knee down, and I think it's a lot easier because 2 knees up. To me, I always used to come up high.
So you were ripping off 185s with 2 knees with
2 knees up, yes.
Wow.
So now I'm more it keeps me low to the ground and keeps me locked up more, I guess.
What's the best pop time you've gotten then off that one knee setup?
I think it was a 182 or a 182.
That's unbelievable.
Yes,
do you have a number you're chasing? Everybody's got a number they're chasing.
I'm
but what
trying to
is
get
it?
a 178.
Yeah, okay, so I've seen, Rodolfo Duran just had that a couple days ago. He got 178, 89.7 in the throwdown.
Yeah.
So that's what you're chasing.
Exactly, yeah.
And the catching talent here in the state of Georgia is absolutely unbelievable. Mentioned you being the number one in the country at the position.
Yes, sir.
Got Mount Perrin's Rylan Long, who's number 2.
Yes.
You look at Cannon Fralick out of Stars Mill, who's 4th. Woodstock, Hudson Bradford, 8th. Then you go to the 27s, and you got Caden Borcherding out of Etowah, who's 3rd in the nation. The 2028s, they've got Gavin Green out of Blessed Trinity. You're obviously the poster boy for it right now, but you've seen a lot of these guys. Yeah. How good overall, when we're talking the top of the top, is catching in Georgia?
I think Georgia is the best catching state to me. You go to any high school, and even a little high school, you see it and you're like, oh, that catcher's good. It's just, I don't know why. It's just Georgia, I feel like, is the best catching state in the country to me.
So number 14, what's the worst feeling in baseball and you cannot say losing?
Oh, man. I think it's got to be a throwing error to cause a run that will end up winning the game. I had that happen in high school. I run at third, and I threw a ball away when he tried to steal, and I threw it into left field, and he scored, and then that run ended up winning the game.
Number 44, what's a baseball trend that needs to disappear?
Disappear.
Can it be like something guys are wearing, just approach? What is it in particular?
I don't like the launch angle stuff. As a catcher, I see that on deck, and I'm like, oh, this kid's going to be get out. You just got to know how to pitch to them.
Play the tendencies.
I don't like it, yeah. And when coaches try to tell you to do that, my swing is very straight, straight down, straight to the ball. Whenever I get told to do that, I just in my head, I'm like, I don't like that. I feel like it's just an easy out as a catcher.
Number 89, what's your most controversial food take?
Food take? Oh, man. I don't know if it's controversial, but I do not like pickles at all.
No pickles, not the hot ones, the sweet ones.
I hate pickles.
Is it the consistency? What it is?
I don't even know. It's just how tart they are to me. I don't know. I hate them. I can't even drink pickle juice. Whenever I cramp up and they make me drink it, it's just the worst thing ever.
We are inching closer to first pitch in today's featured matchups between USA Prime National and Palmetto Blacksmiths and Dallas Tigers versus Indiana Bulls Black. Let's take a look at our starting lineups presented by the Windscreen Factory. USA Prime National leading off with Charlie Blaylock. Then it's Xavier Rodriguez, Cooper Holland, Damian Rivas, Samuel Vatterott, Evan Duplechain, Wyatt Gordon, Jordan Owens, Tristan Blaylock, Nathan Handley White, C.J. Meyer, and the lefty Talon Sweat will be on the mound. Meanwhile, for Palmetto Blacksmiths is Anthony Malatoni, Banks Head, Briggs Talbert, Patrick O'Connor, Zane Zafko, Pierce O'Donnell, Austin Oberman, Easton Stewart, Jonathan Dahlberg, Aaron Eberhardt, Josh Frischman, and the righty Alex Peraza will be on the mound. Meanwhile, flipping over to Dallas Tigers versus Indiana Black. Dallas Tigers being led off by Reed Williams, and it's Cole Schott, Jamison Mayfield, Carson Roy, Connor Jennings, Michael Killian, Jamie Shipman, Kaysen Martinez, Jake Mayer, Barron Sampson, and Colin Vaughn, the righty. We'll start off for them on the mound. Indiana Bulls Black. We did not get positions, but it'll be Canyon Kuntz, Noah Gotke, Mason Meyer, Grady Nelson, Cooper Collins, Quinn Westfield, James Rodert, Cooper Nichols, Zach Glander, and they'll be starting off with the pitcher Colin Bennett. Here again are two featured games of the day from the NPI coming from Lake Point Sports. We'll get started shortly. Welcome in. Cory McCartney, Avery Hunt with you, and we are getting underway here at Dallas Tigers against Indiana Bulls. Black is now a go. And we are getting warmed up here in USA Prime National versus Palmetto Blacksmiths. And Avery, I mentioned the number of highly ranked players that we have here for this one, and it's just borderline insane. I know for all the scouts that are here, the college coaches that are here trying to get a look at guys, it could be a little bit overwhelming, but man, this is one of the absolute best moments and best events that we have all summer long here at Lake Point and across the entire prep baseball schedule.
Yeah, it's obviously one of the best events across the country, if not the best. And it's, every year it seems like it gets better, which seems hard to do. But, we're super excited to kind of get this thing rolling. And looking forward to seeing all these guys that, are ranked across the country and, respectfully in their states. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, 3-0 count. That one is in play. First base has it here, flips, and got out number one. So we had a couple issues the past weeks where we've had teams wearing the same colors. We got both teams rocking white here in the Dallas Tigers and Indiana Bulls game. We're not going to get that in the USA Prime versus Palmetto Blacksmiths, but still some wonkiness here as we're working our way through everything in this matchup with two teams wearing white on field 14.
At least it's not red this week.
Yeah, that was it, yeah. Musgraves here at the plate. Went with Cortez, number 9, on the mound. And all apologies for our scoreboards not actually showing the outs or the score. You'll see that as that unfolds a little bit. This is not on us. This is Amazon's fault. This is an AWS issue, Avery, and we're not taking the heat on this one. So maybe that package you were expecting from Prime Delivery today is a little bit delayed too. We want everyone to feel the frame. Yeah,
I had to get some new AirPods, and they're late, so I'm going to be without AirPods today, but we'll get it figured out. There we go. Got to double off the batter's eye in the Bulls-Tigers game.
Yeah, I believe the scoreboard's not even like updating who is actually up at the plate because that's not even coinciding with what we have from the scores, the lineups we were given from the coaching staffs. So everything is in play right now as we're working our way through this one. But runner at second here, top of the first, and we're getting underway now. USA Prime against Palmetto Blacksmiths. USA Prime's got a guy behind the plate right now is about as good as it gets at the position. If you saw my pregame interview with Xavier Rodriguez, got out number 2 over in Dallas Tigers and Indiana Bulls. But, man, Xavier Rodriguez behind the plate. Avery, you were a catcher. He told me the goal is a 1.78 pop time.
See, I didn't have the abilities for that, so that was never my goal. Anything below 2 was good. Anything around 2 was good for me. So there's a reason that he's highly ranked and I was not. So, 1.78 is crazy. That's big league pop time. That's the, I think Real Muto is probably the best defensive catcher in the last 5 or 6 years. That's in the Real Muto area. So, that plays.
Well, one of the most compelling things about it was that he said he just started doing the one knee down with runners on. So he had been getting 1.83s just in a traditional setup.
Yeah, I don't understand the one knee down. Is that a helpful thing?
So what I've heard from a lot of guys is it just takes away the transition, right? So as opposed to having to get your knee down, if it's already down, it's literally just catch and throw, as opposed to having to go and then get your momentum going.
Yeah,
you're already starting.
That makes sense.
It's like you're a sprinter and you're starting out of the blocks.
That makes
sense. As opposed to just standing upright. Second base cannot glove that in time. It's going to get away from the first base and bounces off his glove. We got a big-time exit velo I can see on the readout there, and that's 100 miles an hour, and that is going to be well in play. And there comes a run across the board, standing at second base. Indiana Bulls making some noise.
Yeah, it's a busy week for us on the tournament staff. I'm sure your life for the next 3 or 4 days is going to be all over the place.
I'm really excited about it, though, because there's so many guys that are coming in that this is the last time we're going to see a number of them. Guys who are, entering their senior years, and we'll be talking about them. Super 60 MLB draft, all that fun stuff coming up. Run scoring, double, falls down, is going to have to get back to third, going to get there in time. There's no way that guy goes back to the dugout and doesn't hear all about that. Slipping down, rounding third, they had a run in their pocket. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of guys coming through that we'll see for the last time heading into their senior year. So always exciting time. You watch them progress over the years, and you get them for that last go around, that last travel season. A little bittersweet, but always kind of fun to get them in here and kind of talk to them about their journey and what lies ahead. So, and then a lot of the younger guys too. Some of them, this is their first time here playing in this event, and then those guys that entering that junior year. And this is such a big summer for them, and to kind of set the stage here for what lies ahead. Are you going to be here for future games? Are you going to have to enlist your parents to help with the number of phone calls you're going to get come August 1st? I mean, to have the start of those summers, there's just such an exciting time and such an exciting event to kind of set the stage for all those storylines. So, just kind of, I always enjoy kind of being kind of a conductor of sorts. You get people on your train and take them along for a little while and get them in here, talk to them about everything, and you're like the guy that shovels the coal, know, because you're part of the machine.
Yeah.
And you're always on the train.
Always on the train. Can't find my way off of it. Tell guys all the time, hey man, it's just put one foot in front of the other every day, and then all of a sudden you'll look up and it'll be August 1st, and everything is well again. So, just piecing it together one day at a time.
Got traffic on the base pass in both of our games. 1-1 count over there in USA Prime and Palmetto Blacksmiths.
Started my day a little hectic. The old set the alarm for the PM, not the AM. Luckily, I was already awake, but yeah, it's a scary time when you wake up and it's like, oh my God, what time is it?
Oh no, we got game changer action now. I got Dallas Tigers National and Indiana Bulls Black. So we're 1,000% in business now. So we can get this thing really rolling. All right, Michael Killian's at the plate now for Dallas Tigers. They're up 1-0. They got Roy steals third. Jennings is standing at first. Colin Bennett on the mound for Indiana Bulls. Palmetto Blacksmiths on the board now. So our man that fell down at third, he actually ended up crossing the plate. So I'm sure he's still going to get it when he goes in the dugout, because nobody lets something like that die down.
Yeah, nothing will put your brain in a pretzel quite like a age clarification for an event. So now I'm trying to do math in my head.
Okay, I'll let you do that. Yeah.
20.
1-2 count here against Killian. He's got runners at second and third. Dallas Tigers National up 1-0. Ropes that in the right up the middle. Palmetto Blacksmiths 101.8 off the mound. It just hit like a ramp. Another run scores for the Blacksmiths. Putting some pressure on USA Prime National early. Meanwhile, we're through half an inning over there, and the Dallas Tigers and Indiana Bulls Black Tigers lead 1-0.
Okay, we're back. Did our math in our brain.
Okay.
Now we're good to go.
So now I got to see if I can get Game Changer going on my computer to see if we can get the other game. We just saw a guy attempt a bunt. He tried to pull back, and the ball broke in on him and fouled it off his bat anyway.
It's meant to be.
I hate to say you're blind, but it is a little bit blind here to be an event like this and not having access to all the information. We don't know what the score is. We do know exit velos. We do know pitch speed. And as one Mike Salucci has let me know, that's all that matters in an event like this. Oh, how'd you find the Palmetto Blacksmiths one? Who'd you look up to get that one?
Palmetto Blacksmiths 2029 is what I looked up. It's the second one. There you go.
Oh, look at this now. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right.
That's why I'm on the that's why I'm here. Just the color guy that helps out help finding information out.
All right, it's 2-0 in that matchup. Holland delivered an RBI in that game for USA Prime National, which leads 2-0.
Got to take off a necklace or an armband or something there on the mound.
Guys are a lot more geared up today, regardless of position, than they used to be.
Everybody, yeah. These days, everybody's geared up now. The day that, I think it's illegal, but the day that a pitcher rocks out like the big sunglasses, that will be it'll be a day. I can't do anything with sunglasses on. I tried shooting a basketball yesterday with sunglasses on. I missed the rim by 15 feet. I was like, Jesus, dude.
So you're an NBA guy.
Yep.
Obviously, the finals got started last night. Knicks take game 1. Are they unbeatable?
It seems that way, almost.
12 straight wins.
The thing is with them is they haven't played, right? And it's like, you got to, in any sport, the rust versus rest debate. They seem in game ones to come out like a little rusty, like, we got to figure things out again. Then it's like, second half rolls around. It's like, all right, Anunoby, Cat and Brunson is just like, all right, Brunson's 6 foot tall or 6'1", whatever he is. He's just going to get to the rim and shoot layups the whole time. It's shocking. It's infuriating playing against them, I can imagine. It's like, how is this guy getting to the rim every time? We've got a dude that's 7'8".
Yeah.
That's just like, it's unbelievable.
He's a gnat.
Yeah, we caught the second half of the game last night, so that was good. Had to catch up on the Love Island episode 2, so that was shout out Vinny, one of our assistant tournament directors here. He's locked in on the Love Island action. So,
do you guys do like a fantasy league for it or anything like that? No,
I don't keep up with it well enough to.
Okay, well, I've never watched it before, so I'm assuming. Polymarket on fantasy. You could probably find. Yeah, you could either bet on it or find some way to get involved. 102.9 mile an hour single roped into left field. Indiana Bulls now got them at first and second as they try to answer that 1-0 lead. Dallas Tigers National took. Meanwhile, USA Prime leading 2-0 over Palmetto Blacksmiths. So when you use the web-based version of Game Changer, it doesn't really do much. But you hit the get the app button, and it doesn't do anything.
Get you here.
Oh, look at this.
The double.
I like this. All right, yeah. Vatterot's at the plate now. Rivas at first, Holland at second.
Holland's able to take third base on a ball that gets away. Now we're going to have a conversation about what's going on here.
Talking to Bryce Fontenot out of Cherokee Bluff here in Georgia, plays for USA Scout, and he and I were talking about the baby blue. Everybody's got baby blue.
Ole Miss started it. Now
yeah. Everyone's got some version of it, regardless of whether or not it makes any sense. Yeah, they all have it.
It's like Vandy when they started, like, hey, we're going to wear, black pants with the black top or the gold top or whatever color that is. The gold, everybody's got, the single color uniforms with pants and tops. You didn't see that as much as back in my day crowd. But
well, you used to have your colors, and everybody just had their colors.
Yeah, you just go white pants or gray pants and a black shirt, red shirt, whatever color you were. Now it's just like, hey man, we're just gonna.
And everybody's got their jersey unveil video, it's an NFL team rebranding. And I'm sure if I was in that age bracket, it would be incredible.
For sure. I mean, I would, look good, feel good, play good, right?
Yes, that's right. Runner thrown out at second.
One of the ones that's always eye popping, in the Georgia high school ranks is you show up in Lilburn at Parkview and they've got the orange bottoms and the orange tops on. It's like, whoa, that's a lot.
Well, down here in Georgia, the thing that can get you is wearing all black.
If you're rocking all black in the summer at Georgia, or in Georgia, man,
Yeah.
good luck. As a guy that rocks all black in the summer at Georgia,
Yeah.
like 6 days a week.
Well, Matthew Westbrook at Alexander, Baylor commit, was telling me they're now wearing all red with black stripes, and he's like, it's better than when we were all black.
Yeah.
Even though they look eye-opening wearing all red. But Grady Nelson at the plate here for Indiana Bulls Black. He's got a 1-2 count. Oh, so you're getting Hall of Famers calling you. Cham Brown's calling you. You're going to pipe him in, see what he thinks of all this?
We're just talking about his uniform choice at Parkview. Yeah. He's tuned in.
He's like, what are you doing, man? Throw me under the bus.
It's a positive. I like him, so.
There's a run across the board for Palmetto Blacksmiths. Palmetto Blacksmiths gained USA Prime National. USA Prime up 3-0. Dallas Tigers continually 1-0 over Indiana Bulls. AB with Brady Nelson continues. He's got a 2-2 count.
Oh, got rid of your game changer.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
My wife texts you about the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Just make sure you got some Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Wi-Fi decisions going on in the Hunt household this Thursday morning.
USA Prime National right now got Wyatt Gordon at the plate. We had Wyatt in here during the PBR Cup, and guy broke a metal bat in two on a swing. And you think to yourself, okay, well, what goes into a kid that would be able to do that? Well, his dad, Darren, spent 8 years in the NFL, was a two-time Super Bowl champion, first-round draft pick in '93 by the Chargers out of Stanford. So that's the kind of pedigree that produces a kid that can break a metal bat in two with a swing.
Yeah, I never had that pedigree. Mine usually lasted a while. Didn't swing hard enough. We get the blast motion sensors
there you
on
go.
there.
Well, the only pedigree in my house was dog food. 3-0 lead for USA Prime. Dallas Tigers are getting ready to go on to the second inning in that one with the Tigers up 1-0. But yeah, Gordon, man, just the kid's a blast, and then big strong kid, 5'10", 165-pounder, calls Rancho Bernardo, California home.
Sure, there's a lot of business going on at the Atlanta airport regarding this event this week. With a bunch of people flying in. I know a lot of our staff came in yesterday, so see a lot of baseball players at Hartsville-Jackson this week if I had to go out on a limb.
I'm just glad that this event wasn't in July, because you think about the World Cup when that's here. That's going to be absolute chaos.
Just glad this event wasn't 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, when we had 285, part of 285 shut down.
It rained sideways for 5 straight days. That would have thrown a wrench in everybody's plan.
Sure would have. Colin Vaughn returning on the mound here for Dallas Tigers. Again, apologies for our scoreboards not working like normal. We're used to having all this additional information to provide you guys as the game goes along. Doing the best we can here, following along with some game changers. Again, Vaughn and the Tigers up 1-0. Vaughn out of Walnut Grove, 64th ranked righty in Texas, 305 overall. Second time playing an NPI for him and a number of these Dallas Tigers players. One thing I can truly appreciate going over to get lineups ahead of time. The Dallas Tigers not only just had a lineup card, they had a lineup sheet. They had like one gigantic sheet that was printed off.
And
like something
printed,
you frame.
so
It's fantastic.
You don't have to try to figure out people's handwriting.
Yeah, it's that's some next level stuff right there. And those are like, they're frameable, so maybe a guy has a really big game, you can give it to him. Yeah, that's quite the undertaking. Peraza on the mound, Gordon at the plate, 3-2, laces that into left field. It's going to bring an end to the inning, a merciful end to the top of the first with Palmetto Blacksmiths trailing 3-0 to USA Prime. Meanwhile, Dallas Tigers lead 1-0 over Indiana Bulls. Chipman at the plate. Jamie Chipman, Baylor commit. He's got a 1-0 count. 7th ranked right-handed pitcher in Texas, 18th overall. Got exit velos. This there's certain times when you look at a profile and you're like, how is that real? He has top EVs of 114.6 miles an hour, and he laces that one. That's going to be a double to start off this inning. Bat speed of 89.6 miles an hour.
Both of those seem fake. But that's crazy. No, I mean,
and he runs a 6.77, as you just saw him trucking into second base there. And he throws a 93-mile-an-hour fastball with over 2,400 spin.
I think we would describe that in our industry as toolsy.
Yeah.
I think would be the right word.
I sort of feel like if I went into MLB The Show and tried to make that, they would be like, "That's no."
No, you can't have the road to the show player that's 99, 99, 99.
You've used too many attributes.
Yeah.
Something's got to drop here. But yeah, Jamie Chipman, man, guy can ball, and he's standing at second base with a leadoff double.
Yeah, 6'7", that exit velo, and just
crazy, right?
A ho-hum 93 on the bump. That tends. And
doesn't it tell you how incredibly talented the state of Texas is when he's number 18 in the class? Like, what more do you want to see from this dude? Not that I'm hearing politicking for Texas to redo their state rankings. I'm just saying it's crazy. That's how good the 27s are in Texas. It's now Casa Martinez out of Troy High School at the plate.
Getting your whoop notification here.
I am, yeah. Anthony Mataloni leading things off for Palmetto Blacksmiths. Talon Sweat on the mound. It's the number 1 lefty in Louisiana, 6th overall. Fastball around 87. There's Rodriguez with that one knee setup. I want a runner to get on just to see it. I've talked to him about this before, but like, how much as a catcher do you, during warm-ups, how much of the throwdown do you actually show of the arm strength? Do you take a little bit off, and I
think every other inning. Get you a serious one every other inning. Just make sure it's still in there. Yeah,
but don't you want to like not show him everything you got so they can be like, hey, yeah, this kid's overrated. Let's run on him. And then you're like, yeah, you're going to see it for real now.
I think when it comes to Rodriguez, I think it's pretty well known. Like, hey, let's just throw the stop sign up out there.
Yeah, fun kid, and man, you're just excited. He and I were talking about how insane catching is in Georgia.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable, the ranked catchers that are in Georgia right now. And there's just so many of them. I mean, it goes on and on across classes, too.
It's a premium position these days. It used to be heavily focused like, hey, man, you can play in the big leagues for 15 years if you're good defensively and all that stuff. Now, you got guys like Cal Raleigh hitting 60 pops a year. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I think you're getting guys who are a lot more athletic playing the position, too. It used to be like, yeah, that guy can't run, throw him behind the plate.
Yeah. I mean, and it's kind of all sports, right? I mean, you look across football, basketball. I mean, even getting to the golf ranks now, they're talking about, ball rollbacks. It's just the amount of nutrition information that's out there, training information that's out there, like the athlete today, and I think is all around the best we've seen.
Better prepared.
Yeah, I mean, guys are starting at 15, 16 years old with elite training. They have a nutrition plan, stuff like that, and I just, it's unbelievable what we're seeing across really all sports right now.
Mayer grounds out. It's going to bring it into that half of an innings. 2-0 lead for Dallas Tigers. But talking about the catching in Georgia, not only do you have Rodriguez in the 2029s, who's the number 1 at the position in the country, but you got Mount Perrin, Ryland Long, who's number 2, Connor Fralick out of Stars Mills 4th, Woodstock's Hudson Bradford is 8th, and then the 27s, Caden Borcherding out of Etowah, who's 3rd in the nation, and you go to the 28s, and you got Blessed Trinity's Gavin Green, who's ranked 6th. It's unbelievable. And Xavier told me the best catching state in the country is Georgia. It's kind of hard to argue with it right now. But it just floors me when you see guys running 6'7", 6'8" who are catchers, because that just did not used to happen.
And it's like, for high school coaches, forever, it's like, oh, we'll courtesy run for our catcher, but hey, my catcher's running a 6'7", 6'8". It's like,
unless it's a situation where you're really getting some benefit of not having him out there, you just don't want to take too much time in between innings. If the umpire's like, we're not wasting time, then you got to leave him out there.
My thing is, the thought with that is always, it's saving their legs. He's going to squat for 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I think he's happy to be up and walking around.
Yeah, I don't know that, him running the bases for 10 minutes is taxing his legs that much more. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that doesn't make a ton of sense, but.
Palmetto Blacksmiths got a runner at first in the form of Banks Head. I've got Briggs Talbert at the plate. This Blacksmiths team does all their training at the P27 Academy, so a lot of spillover between that academy team and this Blacksmith travel program. There's 6 players on this team with state rankings in South Carolina. I've already seen Anthony Montaloni. He's 12th overall in the class. Patrick O'Connor's 26th. And Talbert at the plate right now. Number 4 outfielder in South Carolina, 16th overall. I had him here last summer for the Junior Future Games. I want to zoom in that Dallas Tigers Indiana Bull. It's just we're like really far back. I feel like I'm like watching from outer space. Short has it, gloves throws. Mayfield to Jennings for the out. For those of us who have heard us talk about it ad nausea, we are getting closer and closer to our new studio, so you'll be able to see some really cool new content coming out of that, and some, for those of us way too entwined in all this, central air.
That's huge.
Yeah.
It's big for the program.
That's right. We'll be able to have closed doors, be nice and temperature-controlled environment. We'll have some couches in there. When Avery's had enough of coaches calling him, he can come in and talk it out on the couch.
Just disappear for an hour. Where's Avery? It's nap time.
That's right. Yeah, I sort of feel like that's going to be my challenge, is like stopping it from becoming a clubhouse. Head at second. Mentioned Patrick O'Connor, 26th ranked player in South Carolina, 29 now at the plate, trying to answer this 3-0 lead by USA Prime.
We had a cross up there. USA Prime game. It's like, whoa. Didn't expect that to be a heater, so let's all get together and figure that out.
Yeah, O'Connor at the plate out of Academic Magnet in South Carolina. Are you an Academic Magnet?
It used to be.
Used to be.
Used to be.
Well, he's a catcher with a 2.0 pop time, 73 velo, but exit velos north of 102 miles an hour. 6-foot, 179-pounder trying to get Palmetto Blacksmiths on the board, trailing 3-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Some long first inning machinations over there in that prime Palmetto Blacksmiths game. On the bottom of the second in our... Those are not ants, those are players. They do look very, in comparison, we're pretty far away. I think we just have gotten accustomed watching. You mentioned this when we had a game over the weekend that was locked in on our high home angle. We've gotten so accustomed to kind of that tight shot behind the pitcher. That's what everyone wants in the major league side of things.
Yeah, one in the Dallas Tigers game right now. We're a little far back.
Yeah. So College World Series, the number 1 and number 2 seeds are gone. UCLA home, Georgia Tech home.
It's insane that happened. Obviously, Tech gets beat with a walk-off homer on Monday, Tuesday, whatever day of the week that was. It's crazy to look and see some of the supers, and I think
North Carolina's a team to beat now, right?
Them or whatever team comes out of that Athens Super, I think are your top 2 teams to beat, in my opinion. The Georgia Mississippi State Supers that's going to be a war. Obviously, Georgia's going to be missing Trey Phelps due to his ejection for his antics after his home run. So
I caught up with Trey when they were here playing Kennesaw State a couple of months ago, and I don't know that I saw this for him. Like, he was good in high school. He was good across the summer, but man, he's become something else.
Midway through his freshman year at Georgia, obviously with the Charlie Condons of the world still there, he kind of broke out and has continued to just keep taking steps forward, and he's I think the vocal, emotional leader of that team, and him and the shortstop branch, and I think those. And, when they're putting up numbers like he is, it's easy to follow that guy, right?
Yeah, I went over there to catch up with Ty Peoples, former Prep Baseball American, who we had here playing for Divine Baseball and Franklin County, and they all kind of just gravitate towards Trey. Like, he definitely was the guy, you could tell.
It's just a personality, right? Trey, is a great dude to be around. He high energy guy. It's easy. People tend to gravitate towards that, and when you're doing what he's doing on the field, as well as having that personality, it's just a great combo for him, for that program, and then for him moving forward, obviously.
Grady Grant had a single for Indiana Bulls, 2 outs. He's standing at first base. That's a 2-0 lead for Dallas Tigers. Again, apologies for our scoreboards not working. We're hoping we can get this situation rectified as the event rolls along.
Somebody get the main guy at Amazon on the phone.
Yeah.
We got to get this together.
I don't think if I just get on like the chat on Prime, they're going to be much help.
Historically, they are not.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let my wife handle those types of things. She's a little more stern in situations like that than I am.
Zane Zavko's at the plate for Palmetto Blacksmith. They got runners at first and second, trailing 3-0. Dallas Tigers got a 2-0 lead over Indiana Bulls. Talon Sweat goes inside. A little hop, step, and a jump there from Xavier Rodriguez as they get out of that jam. Strand 2. Continue to lead 3-0. You just got a fantasy free agent alert.
It's never good. I'm the worst fantasy baseball manager in the months of June and July, maybe of all time.
My problem is I go on like a Monday morning and I just set everything for the week, and then if anybody gets hurt or there's a change in a rotation, I don't know about it. I know about it like Sunday night when I probably have nothing I can do about it, and my matchup's been lost.
Got one league. We're going for the 3-peat in, so we're really good in August, September. we're really locked in there. My life's a little bit not as all over the place as it is this time of year.
Well, no one wants to hear about your politics, your religion, or your fantasy team. But last year, I had suffered 2 losses within the first 4 weeks, and then I never lost again.
Hey, you just got to have the right guys in the clubhouse, right? It's a team chemistry thing.
I think Shohei Ohtani was the right guy to have in my clubhouse.
Yeah, that, you know.
And then you get Pete Crow Armstrong amidst the year when he just breaks out and becomes a superstar. That was a good combo.
It becomes really strange when you look at your fantasy team and it's a dude you watched play at Lake Point when he was 15. That's when things get really weird. It's like, oh, okie dokie.
You're going to see a lot more of that.
Yeah. I'm always, that's my leg up. I'm really good in the prospects. I get guys early.
Is it a keeper league or you just okay?
That's
fantastic. Those are fun.
You know, I get prospects early, and people's like, I don't know who that is. It's like, oh, don't worry, I watched him play in the NPI 4 years ago. He's really good. So, really up to date on the prospect wire in fantasy baseball.
Well, pretty soon you can make sure you only draft guys who would have played here.
It's not very hard to do that. I think me and my dad were watching the draft 2 years ago, and it's like, oh, like 30 of the 32 or 30 of the first 32 picks had played here. And
yeah,
it's like, oh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, it gets pretty wild. Then you start thinking about, from my side of it, guys I've sat down and done interviews with, and you're just like, okay, this is they're everywhere now. Watching these college baseball games, they're all dotting those rosters, and it's certainly a lot of fun.
We were watching the Auburn regional.
Oh, Chase Fralick, man.
Last week.
Wow.
And it's like, oh, that guy's a future gamer. That guy's a future gamer.
Got extra bases here. Indiana Bulls black, Dallas Tigers off and running. Reed Williams, leadoff hitter for Dallas Tigers. And Byron Nelson.
Not the golf tournament.
No. Maybe he just lives there.
That'd be good. Probably a good spot to live.
Yeah. But yeah, I when Chase Fralick was here for Macintosh, I remember doing an interview with him, and I was like, man, that kid's doesn't seem fazed by anything. And then you just watch the run that he's gone on. Think about, it's like he's playing on a different planet. I mean, and then they're still pitching to him. So he had the other night, he had the bases loaded. And it's like, give him the bond. Just you give up one run to him.
Yeah,
isn't that better? Isn't that better than him giving you being +4? Yeah, I'm sure you do that, though. As a coach, you'd never live that down. That is pinballing. Runner's going to take off for third, so Williams, and look at it kind of ricocheted off of him on the throwdown. So he's now standing at third for a Dallas Tigers team that leads 2-0 over Indiana Bulls black.
There's nobody happier in the world that ball just bounced into right center than the guy at the plate. It's like, oh, I was going to bunt him over, be a team player. It's like, oh, now I get to hit. Let's go.
Cole Schott is that man at the plate out of Marcus High School in Texas, 70th ranked player in 27. He runs a 6.63.
Well, hey, maybe the butt's the right play. Who knows?
Yeah.
If I had 6.63 speed, I'd probably lay one down occasionally.
Well, he just
decides
to drive that one 97 miles an hour. And bat flip, and he's hop, skipping a jump, backtracking, gone. My man's going to take the long trip around. That was a pretty quality bat flip.
Yeah, I think he knew as soon as that one hit the bat that it was going to fly over the left field fence. So, just to reiterate my point, hey, that guy's happy to swing the bat. You know what I mean? He's happy to be able to swing it today. So,
well, Cole Schott is happy to have that pinball action and not throw it on to second because he has extended this lead now to 4-0 for Dallas Tigers. USA Prime National got a 3-0 lead over Palmetto Blacksmiths as that one's headed to the bottom of the second inning. Mayfield currently now up for Dallas Tigers.
After the marathon of the first inning, the top half of the second takes 2 minutes and 35 seconds. So,
Schott's high school teammate Jamerson Mayfield now at the plate. Mayfield's got a 1-0 count. Got some cameraman action behind the plate. This guy's got brass balls standing there with no equipment on, trying to take a picture. You could not pay me to do that.
He is a better man.
Wow.
That really glad that one didn't bounce.
Yeah. When I way back in the day when I worked at a newspaper, covered Ohio State, covered a whole bunch of high school teams. We had a soccer player that was having a really good season, so I was told I needed to go out and do a feature story on her. Well, unfortunately, that day the cameraman, he couldn't make it. So my thought was, well, I'm going to try to get kind of, an artistic shot. So I'm going to stand behind the net, and I'm going to have her kick the ball towards me. Well, those nets that they use have a lot of slack.
Not the nets we have here at Lake Point.
No.
Those
These
nets,
are like old school high school nets.
Yeah, those nets give a good bit.
That ball, I kid you not, drilled me right in the gonads as I tried to get this shot. It was a good picture.
Anything for the content, right?
That's right.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, and man, she felt so bad.
Yeah, you know who's thrilled by that story, and then the premise of it is Mike Salucci's thrilled that, like, hey, whatever it takes, right?
That's right. To any lengths.
Whatever it takes for the shot.
That's right.
How did the shot?
It was good.
Okay.
It was good. Yeah.
As long as we didn't do that for nothing.
But I would not do. I'm not having a guy throwing a bullet at me.
Yeah, 86.
While I stand behind the plate. I don't care how good the catcher is. Yeah, that's a different level right there. Got Roy at the plate now for Dallas Tigers. Mayfield standing at first. Carson Roy out of Rock Hill, Texas, 81st ranked player in 27.
Not to leave this party early, but my services have been requested on a meeting in 2 minutes, so I'm going to bounce out of here today,
All right,
Cory. We'll do this tomorrow, and hopefully our scoreboard's
Yes, sir.
working.
That's right. Yeah, go get on that. Go get on Amazon. You see a Prime driver drive by, pull him over, and tell him he's got to get on this thing immediately.
Get it together.
All right, man. Good stuff. See you soon.
See ya.
4-0 lead for Dallas Tigers. The lead is 3-0 for USA Prime National over Palmetto Blacksmiths. Avery Hunt skipping out. Got to go take care of business. Got Austin Oberman stepping in now after a walk. We're in the bottom of the second inning. So that was Pierce O'Donnell that drew the walk. Trying to answer this 3-0 lead taken by USA Prime National. Scored 3 runs in the top of the first on 4 hits. Xavier Rodriguez doubled in that one during that first inning. A couple singles and another one from Duple Chain. Gives them that 3-0 lead. Roy's got a 2-2 count in this matchup over here. Now it says stacked 5, building 6. That I can unequivocally say is wrong. It's 4-0 lead for Dallas Tigers over Indiana Bulls Black, but that is showing something that's not 0-0, so that's positive. Oberman strikes out. Sweat gets the K. Now it says Georgia 4, Indiana 7. I think our friends at AWS have gone back in time. Roy puts that in play, got himself a run-scoring double, and Dallas Tigers pouring it on. They now lead 5-0 here in the top of the third. Easton Stewart now over in that Palmetto Blacksmiths game at the plate. Meanwhile, for Dallas Tigers, intercepts Jennings. This Dallas Tigers team, man, coming out firing. So Connor Jennings out of Flower Mound, Texas, is going to be up. He's the 10th ranked first baseman in Texas, 214 overall. Second NPI for him. I will say again, positive that we have something other than zeros on the scoreboard. A little alarmed that we are potentially going back in time. Two count. Well, actually, I think our count's wrong as well. Jennings has not seen a pitch yet, despite the fact that the scoreboard says it's 2-2 count. All right, Easton Stewart at the plate for Palmetto Blacksmiths. Got a runner at first. Miss high from Sweat. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Roy at the plate for the Tigers. Jennings at first. So another strikeout for Stewart. 2 down. John Dahlberg. Currently at the plate for Palmetto Blacksmiths. Update. Apparently, we are reaching out to AWS. They're having an outage. Ball gets away from the catcher. Roy's going to advance to third, so a 6th run looming for Dallas Tigers. AB for Jennings continues. He's got a 2-1 count. Another one gets away from the catcher. A little crossed up. It's now 3-1. So we've got a pitching change now for USA Prime National. So Sweat exits, and they're turning it over to Carson Key out of Scotia High School in Texas. 5'10", 175-pound right-hander. All right, 2 down in the inning. All right, now Jack McCartney stepping in now. Jack, welcome to my nightmare of the scores not actually populating.
Well, they are now.
Well, those are the wrong teams.
Well,
and
they're getting there.
The counts are not right.
Well, they're getting there. They're working on it. And we'll get there at some point, sooner or later. Might not happen during
Tomorrow.
the broadcast.
All right,
but
yeah. Do you have Game Changer on your phone?
I do not.
All right.
I mean, I do. I do. I just.
All right. Well, let's get it going because you're going to be responsible for looking up Palmetto Blacksmiths 2029. That way we can have that game up as well. So, yep, we are bringing in Game Changer for this one. Oh, it just switched. I saw it for a second, and it was all zeros, and it showed the right team, and then it went back to stacked and building. Building. They're building. Indiana Bulls changing pitchers as well. They've now gone to Gavin Marcus. Marcus out of Greenfield Central High School, 20th ranked righty in Indiana, 50th overall in the class. He's got a fastball around 88.4, changeup 78 to 80, curveball 76, 78, slider 75, 77. He was both a 25 feature gamer and a 2022 junior feature gamer. All right, so you're looking at Palmetto Blacksmiths 2029. That's how we found the game. Runners at the corners for Dallas Tigers. They got Roy at third, Jennings at first. Michael Killian at the plate. 108th ranked player in the state of Texas in 27.
Okay, I believe this is it.
That in fact is it.
That is in fact it.
Nice job.
Ooh. Well, the game is deciding to. Ooh. We got some magic here going on field 12 right now.
All right, Eberhardt grounds out. That lead is 3-0 USA Prime National over Palmetto Blacksmiths. That, of course, out of the 15U division. Meanwhile, on your right is that 17U matchup where Dallas Tigers lead 5-0. Killian got a 0-1 count here against Marcus. Runners to the corners. So yeah, I know you were making the rounds, Jack. Any players, any performances, any moments that have stuck out so far that you've seen?
I mean, that Team Elite team, that 17U Team Elite team is just wild. When you look at the players on that team, you look at, I mean, just how well-rounded that team is. I mean, they've got Jason Parker, who's a Baylor commit, Lee Holt, who's a Texas commit,
on and on and on.
2025
All-American.
All-American Tennessee commit Banks Addison, who was wearing his All-American game helmet during the game earlier today. And I mean, just overall, just such a well-rounded team. They have pitching galore, and they've got the bats to keep that offense going.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously, I mean, you look up and down every division here at the National Program Invitational, and that is a prevailing storyline. Is these teams are deep, these teams are talented, and this next few days are going to be a lot of fun. Did you catch the cameraman from USA Prime that stood behind Xavier Rodriguez while the pitcher threw the final pitch?
I did not.
That's a pretty ballsy move.
That is indeed. I don't know if I'd ever do that.
Yeah.
There was a guy I know. He did stuff for Prep Baseball Tennessee during future games last year. His handle was Paid Impressions.
Okay.
And he was doing that, and I was like, how these guys are throwing, and he was doing it. The guy who holds the record for the fastest pitch in future games, he was standing behind the catcher with that guy on the mound. That's the riskiest move, actually.
Yeah, it's all insane to me. Like, no equipment on. You got
throwing upwards of 90 miles an hour, and you're just
you got your workers' comp claim already filed. It's already ready to go. You're just going to hit send. Peraza on the mound. Meyer at the plate now here for USA Prime. That's C.J. Meyer. Wellington Sports Academy was here for the Academy Baseball Association. Wellington, man, a Cinderella run for them, making it all the way to the semifinals. They ended up losing to the eventual champion Georgia Premier, and then fell to TNXL in the losers bracket, couldn't make it back to the final, but that team was a lot of fun to watch. It was fun watching. Those guys were so pumped and talking to their coaches. This was their first year for Wellington Sports Academy, and they admittedly said they kind of got caught up in the level of talent they were playing against on a week-to-week basis in that Academy Baseball Association. But by the time they got here for the tournament here at Lake Point Sports, those guys they weren't phased anymore, and they put on a great show, and that was a ton of fun to watch. Peyton Warner, that pitcher for them, just dealing against Georgia Premier.
Well, I mean, we talk about it with the Phillies every year. You got to get hot at the end so you can try to make a run in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the best things for Wellington this year was they got hot when it mattered. They took the time during the regular season. They learned, they understood now what it means to be in that conference, and it ended up helping them out. Sadly, didn't make it as far as they probably hoped so, but
they still put on a nice show.
They still put on an amazing show.
Charlie Blaylock's at the plate here for USA Prime. There's one down in the inning. He's got a 2-0 count at Merritt Island, Florida, 8th-ranked player in the Sunshine State. He's to be followed by Xavier Rodriguez. Xavier doubled in his first trip to the plate. Both our games in the top of the third. Bases are juiced for Dallas Tigers. Gavin Marcus comes in and has not been able to lock things down here for the Bulls. There's one down in the inning.
I was watching
Queso Martinez, by the way, at the plate.
I was watching one of the Jason Kidd teams earlier. I mean, that team's really well too. Like really, really good. They have a UC Irvine commit, Shane D'Arcy, who had a bomb earlier today. I mean, all their teams. I mean, there's guys in the older age groups hitting, 93 plus.
And of course, you got Jason's son Chance.
Yep, I saw Jason standing in the seats, just watching and talking to guys, and
very cool thing that's more cool for the parents, I think. I mean, it's obviously the kids. It's like, oh, that's a guy who NBA Hall of Famer guy who just spent the last few seasons coaching the Dallas Mavericks. He was with Cooper Flagg last year, but for the parents, it's like, all right, that's one of the best point guards of all time.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is when you're a guy of that stature and you try to position yourself where you're away from everyone else and you're kind of putting yourself away, that's how you get more attention anyways.
That's true.
Standing there acting like a normal parent or a normal coach isn't really going to get you the type of attention.
Well, I'm excited. I've got an interview scheduled with Jason actually tomorrow, and interested to talk to him about a guy whose livelihood was built on basketball, now in the transition to baseball, and of course the ability to develop talent, something that he has done as a coach. Rodriguez puts it in play. He's got himself an RBI single, so Xavier Rodriguez comes through, and the lead extends here for USA Primes, now 4-0, top of the third. Bases left loaded by Dallas Tigers. They still lead 5-0. That ground out brings the end to the inning. As Mayer is out number 3. Cooper Holland's turn at the plate for USA Prime. Rodriguez at first. We got a wasp visiting us here in the studio, and Jack's getting freaked out.
Now, if you know anything about me,
that's a little one.
I hate those creatures more than anything else in this world.
That's a little one. Now you got to cut to the studio camera so we can get you chasing a bug. See, and this is another thing that we won't be worrying about when we go into the new studio is we shouldn't have as many visitors.
Hope not. That'd be.
Well, I saw them. They were sealing the.
I did see that
new unit. Yeah, so I think we're going to be okay.
Hope so.
Headed to the bottom of the third in this Dallas Tigers-Indiana Bulls game. Again, Tigers lead 5-0. USA Prime leads 4-0 over Palmetto Blacksmiths. Cooper Holland at the plate, runner at second. Didn't see, did they replace Xavier Rodriguez with a courtesy runner? They, in fact, did. That's Ryan Pearson. That's a nice player to be able to bring along as a courtesy runner out of Walton, the 5th-ranked player in Georgia in 2029, 61st overall, 25 junior feature gamer. And that's part of what you get during these summer months, right? It's you get a guy who's a top 5 player in his state coming on as a courtesy runner for a catcher.
Yeah, that's just what happened. I mean, these teams are just so stacked.
They really are.
These teams have more depth than, especially in NPI, because, I mean, these guys are all here to compete, and they all have that dog mentality. It's just tough because,
well, playing time's hard. Playing time's hard, right? It's hard to come by on these teams that are built this way.
Yeah.
Bottom of the third in that Dallas Tigers-Indiana Bulls matchup underway. And a 3-0 count here, Holland. That's a strike. I think tomorrow, just in case this issue does... Oh, look at Jack, it's back. Dallas Tigers lead 5-0. USA Prime leads, it should be 4. But, man, it's... Amazon came through. AWS to the rescue.
Did that just happen?
It just happened.
Has it
yeah.
been,
No, I think it just happened.
Or we could just be going insane and it's already done.
It does work now. So we are good to go. Excited.
Well, that USA Prime Palmetto game is 4-0 top of the third.
Yes, it is. So, but they're getting closer. But the other one is the count's
correct.
not operational, but it's a 2-2 count.
We'll get there when we get there. You got to take your wins when you can.
That's right.
I'm not really loving that this Indiana Bulls and Dallas Tigers national team look the exact same.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah,
this far away.
Yep.
On the field, you can kind of tell a world of difference.
Yeah. Well, the Dallas Tigers had their names on the back of their uniforms. One's popped up Mayfield on the run all the way into center field. Shortstop has it.
I will say this Tigers team, it's kind of funny because, one, they have Clemson jerseys.
Yeah.
But they have the Detroit Tigers hat and logo. So they combined two different Tigers and created this team uniform.
I like that.
At least it isn't like an exact replica.
Chase Gothrop stepping to the plate here for Indiana Bulls with one down. Trying to eat into that lead, 5-0, taken by Dallas Tigers. Big blow in that one, shot with the homer. The shot's got 2 hits, 2 RBI, and he also has 2 doubles. Sorry, they have 2 doubles from Roy, and Schott has a double. Chipman and Williams have also doubled. So if Schott can get that triple, I've seen a lot of things here. Haven't necessarily seen guys hit for the cycle. Not that I'm trying to manifest anything here for Schott, but he's already got a home run and a double.
Well, I mean, you remember earlier this year, National Player of the Week out of Illinois. What was his name? I'm gonna get mad at myself for not remembering him. Had 2 cycles in 2 games in a row. Jackson Aarons.
Yeah.
Out of
East Peoria.
East Peoria.
Yeah.
That guy, I mean, You interviewed him earlier. I'll let you talk about him as much as you please. But
yeah, collected the cycle in consecutive games, 12 extra base hits, 13 RBIs in a week.
I mean, and that's a guy who was playing basketball and decided
got serious about baseball.
Just decided to start getting serious about baseball.
Yeah,
and it's the cycle twice, which is something
I haven't checked it. Did he? And he was committed to a community college. Did that change at all for Jackson Aarons? Because he obviously got a lot of attention after that pretty amazing run.
He's committed to NIU now.
There you go. Good for you, Jackson. Congratulations, Jackson Aarons. Throw down to third. Did they get Pearson? And Ryan Pearson's going to make his way off, go back to the USA Prime dugout. Holland did. Holland stayed put at first. So Rivas at the plate. The hits just keep coming here for Dallas Tigers. But Indiana Prime trying to answer it. They get run number 1. It's now 5-1. Vaughn on the mound for Dallas Tigers. Doesn't have any walks. He's struck out 2, allowed 5 hits, 2 1/3. He's got a runner at second. Yeah, from this distance, everyone looks the same in that Dallas Tigers Indiana Bulls matchup.
Yeah, it's a little. It's very hard to see.
We got to zoom that camera in, so we'll send that to the tech team after this game's over with to get that shot zoomed in on.
On this USA Prime Palmetto game is starting to look like that racing game from Wreck-It Ralph. It's glitching all over.
Innings over. USA Prime still has a 4-0 lead. I think we lost our matchup there. Are you not logged in? Is that the problem? Oh, there we go. Hit box score.
I'm logged in. I'm logged into your account.
Yeah.
For some reason, I just don't get a box score. You do.
Yeah, well, maybe that's just not. It says that was Vatterott that flied out, inning over offensively for USA Prime.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, we're moving along in that one. Indiana Bulls got a runner at third, 2 down in the inning. Grady Nelson at the plate for the Bulls. Vaughn Fires fouls that off. It's now 0-2. Nelson gets aboard. Let's see Cooper Collins.
You know, the funny thing is, that is the guy I was talking to you about. That painted impressions guy. That's who that guy is.
Wow.
So that's
his thing.
That's his thing. He just likes to be behind, likes to risk his limbs for the views, I guess.
Well, I hope he's got good insurance.
I do too.
We've still not added that 4th run for USA Prime, but they do lead 4-0, not 3. And that game is actually in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
I think it's been stuck on bottom of the 2nd with 2-0.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Or maybe if the count isn't
we're getting
the
closer
same.
to fully operational, but the one thing we can guarantee you is the pitch speed and exit velos have been correct. So, did we get a hit by pitch? I think he hit him in the head. If he didn't hit him by the head, he at least struck the fear of God into him. Full count in this matchup between Vaughn and Grady Nelson. Runner at third here for Indiana Bulls. They've got their first run in this game, despite what that scoreboard tells you. Draws the walk, so Nelson going to make his way to first. Runners at the corners. So Nelson takes the 90 feet walk and brings up Cooper Collins. Cooper Collins, Texas A&M commit out of Vincennes Lincoln High School in Indiana. 6th ranked player in the Hoosier State, 219 nationally. Exit velos 99.1, bat speed of 71.6, a 23 and 22 junior feature gamer. He's got a chance to eat into this lead. Got runners at the corners, 2 outs. Watch a strike 1 from Vaughn. Puts it in play. It gets away from the first baseman, so there's run number 2 for the Bulls. Collins headed to second, so a throwing error. And the Bulls have made this a 5-2 ball game. So Schott, who's got a homer and a double, commits the error at third, so he's still +1. So he has 2 runs driven in, allowed 1 off that error, so he's still +1. If this was like a plus-minus in hockey, he's still +1. Yeah, we're getting a little bit further towards operational on all of our scoring software. We've got box scores at work now on Aware.
Looking at this Field 12 camera, I feel like I got to tilt my head a little bit.
Yeah. It's on its way to the outfield. It's going to bring it into the inning. So a pop out ends it. But Indiana Bulls did get 2. So that one's a 5-2 ball game. USA Prime up 4-0. Banks heads at the plate. Key turns on the mound for USA Prime. And this makes it 2-0. Josh Frischman at first for Palmetto. Trying to get something rolling, trailing 4-0. Check swing, you went. Banks head out of Dutch Fork High School. Ethan Offing, a Dutch Fork product. Had a great senior season on his way to Super 60, and see if he winds up at Clemson or the MLB draft comes calling. Not even going to test Rodriguez's arm.
I wouldn't.
Frischman looked like he might go, and Rodriguez was locked and ready to rock.
Well, this USA Prime team, I mean, we've talked about stacked teams, but I mean, one potential matchup we get to see, or I guess not matchup, but I guess down and back is Tristan Blaylock, the 15th player in the nation.
Yeah, number 1 in Alabama. Fastball north of nearly 95 miles an hour. Struck out 10 during the state games of Georgia.
And we get to see
things just got wonky. Now we're out of focus. Now we're getting further out of focus. I feel like I'm taking an eye exam. What is going on here?
I think they're trying to get it closer. So
yeah, well, they typically don't do this while we're in the middle of doing something.
You just got to guess.
Yeah.
Squint your eyes really, really nice, and I can tell you that was a strike. There you go. Getting closer. Just a bit outside.
Yeah, that was a new experience there. I thought I was going to have to go back to the optometrist. Goes down on strikes. That was Baron Sampson that was the strikeout victim. 1 down.
I will say on these scoreboards, we're getting closer.
We are,
but we're still
off.
We're still off by half an inning.
Yeah, we're missing 3 combined runs. We're missing the 4th run for USA Prime, and we're missing the 2 runs for Indiana Bulls. But yes, we are getting a little bit closer.
We'll get there. Sooner or later.
Briggs Talbert lead things off. Comes in with 1 down, for Palmetto Blacksmiths. Freshman at second, and head at first. We're so much closer. The pitch count is still off. All right, Reed Williams at first. Here's shot. Mentioned he's already got a homer and a double. What's he got in store here? Cole shot Marcus, high school in Texas, number 70 player in 27. Exit velos north of 100 miles an hour. He's already homered, has already doubled, driven in 2. He's got another opportunity here. 1 down, Reed Williams at first.
Not player of the game.
Not Ohio's Reed Williams. This is Texas's Reed Williams. Shot watches it become a 1-1 count. So the count's now right, but the outs are wrong.
The innings are wrong as well.
Correct. Maybe everything's just delayed. Maybe, their Indiana Bulls just got a run. So I think what's happening is the information is delayed in coming into our scoreboard. It's going to happen. We're just watching what happened an inning ago.
Minutes ago.
Because now we're currently in the top of the 4th. So I think that's actually what's happening. There's a delay in ingesting this information. But we still have the pitch speed and exit velos are still
maybe correct
in real time.
Could be the pass, too. You never know.
1-1 to shot. Swings through that. Runner takes off. The hit and run was on. Couldn't get the hit, but they got the run as he's now standing at second. So Williams with a stolen base. The count is 1-2 to shot. Well, still 2 aboard for Palmetto Blacksmiths. Patrick O'Connor at the plate, number 26 player in South Carolina. Trying to get the Blacksmiths on the board. 2 down here in the inning. And he gets hit by a pitch. Bases are now going to be loaded for the Blacksmiths. Meanwhile, Schott watches that one miss, so this AB continues. He's got a 2-2 count. Yeah, I think going forward I might be bringing my iPad with me just to have a backup so I can have 2 game changers of my own going on. There's a miss. Count is now full. See if Schott can get aboard for the 3rd time today. There's a payoff pitch. Maybe not. Schott's going to take time to step out. All right, Marcus is throwing 25 pitches in relief, and here comes the payoff pitch to Schott. Fouls that off, and AB will continue. While Rodriguez and company going out to have a word with Key. Bases juice for the Blacksmiths, who trail 4-0. And we do have the score correct now as the Dallas Tigers lead 5-2 over Indiana Bulls. And here comes another payoff pitch to Schott. Deep breath from Marcus. He's going to step off. Taking his time here in this matchup against a hot hitter. Swing, miss, and Schott goes down on strikes. Out for the first time today. Williams remains at second. Zane Zafko, yeah, at the plate here for Palmetto Blacksmiths. Zane, the 23rd ranked player in South Carolina, 29. He's got a 2-1 count, 2 down. We got to zoom in a little bit better on that field. Still a little bit far away. So here comes run number 1 for Palmetto Blacksmiths. Meanwhile, ground out ends the inning as Reed Williams is left stranded. 5-2 lead for Dallas Tigers. And it's now 4-1 USA Prime over the Blacksmiths in the bottom of the 3rd. Pierce O'Donnell's turn. It's a strike from Key. Pierce out of Blythewood High School in South Carolina. He's got an 0-1 count. Make that 1-1 off the low miss. Again, if you're just tuning in, apologies, our scoreboards are behind. They were not operative, and now they're just behind. So we're getting closer and closer. Watch is strike 2. The Blacksmiths need O'Donnell to come through here. Bases remain loaded. Another miss, make it 2-2. It's one of the rare times we've been this deep into a watch party and we have yet to take a commercial, but we've not really had a natural break with both games. He swings through that. Counts now 2-2. See if Key can get out of here, limit damage. 1 run gone Palmetto's way here in the 3rd. Another inning for Vaughn here for Dallas Tigers. Swing, miss, and gets him chasing and leaves the bases stranded. Nice job by Key there, just giving up 1. The lead is 4-1 for USA Prime over Palmetto as that one's on its way to the 4th inning. It's James Rodert, Cooper Nichols, and Zach Glander due up this inning for Indiana Bulls. Count is 0-2 to Rodert. Right. Columbus East High School in Indiana, 51st ranked outfielder in the Hoosier State. Puts that in play. First base has it. Race to the bag is won by Dallas Tigers. There's out number 1. I hear a dog in the background, so if you hear that too, you're not imagining things. They're not sound effects piped in by producer Maddie.
That's why I kind of wish they were.
Yeah, there is a dog.
You don't really ever. It's like a little brown Maltipoo.
Well, the loud ones are always the small ones. That's true. That's true in life and animals.
Especially our dog.
All right, 5-2 lead Dallas Tigers.
See, now the scores are the scores are correct. So now you're not gonna now you don't got a question about that.
Nichols watches.
Oh, wait, I think it's all right, actually.
Yeah, it's a 1-1 count for Nichols. 1 down. I think we may be caught up. Let's see what the next pitch does. All right, here comes pitch number 56 from Vaughn. That one is fouled, and the count's 1-2, and the scoreboard says it's 1-2. So, yep, I think everything is finally caught up. We may be in real time with our scoring. See if we get the same. See if we get ball 1. Yep, we got ball 1 over in USA Prime with Duple Chain at the plate. Sheehan on the mound. Crew Sheehan stepping in for Palmetto Blacksmiths out of Woodmont High School in South Carolina, number 55 in the state. The fastball on 80. Duple Chain skies that. It's on its way into right field. 87.6 off his bat. And he is trucking, and he is going all the way around because Duple Chain is backtracking, gone, and there's a bomb for USA Prime as he drives that into right field. A 5th run going to cross now off the Duple Chain homer. Duple off the chain. Makes it 5-1. Glander now at the plate with 2 down for Indiana Bulls. Wyatt Gordon's turn now. I was talking with Avery about Wyatt Gordon back in the fall, breaking a metal bat in 2.
That's wild.
Yeah. And I remember we had him in here and showed him the photo of it. Just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. That was such a cool photo.
Vaughn on the 1-2. Just misses high. That count's now going to be 2-2. Glander trying to get something going here in this inning for Indiana Bulls, trailing by 3. Sends that one back foul. Gordon's got a 2-2 count. Sheehan misses, counts full. Another Avery Hunt sighting as he's walking behind their action there. USA Prime and Palmetto Blacksmiths. Swing and a miss, and Gordon's chasing, goes down on strikes. Right up the middle. Glander, 91.1 off his bat. He's got himself a 2-out single, keeping this inning alive for Indiana Bulls. Bring up leadoff hitter Canyon Kuntz. Kuntz out of Brownsburg, Indiana, 6th ranked player in the state. 139 overall in the class, 98.6 exit velos, bat speed north of 82 miles an hour. He fouls the first pitch off from Vaughn. Vaughn's up to 64 pitches. Now it's Jordan Owens' turn for USA Prime in a 1-1 count. Make that 2-1. Owens with a rocket, 89.6 off his bat, and guess what he's doing? The same thing Duplchain did. 2 home runs in the inning for USA Prime as he is backtracking Gone himself. Makes it 6-1. And they are teeing off here in this inning. Just the depth of this lineup on full display. Their numbers 6 and 8 hitters just homered. And we talked Tristan Blaylock, and now we get to see Blaylock at the plate. So a guy with a rocket, a howitzer of an arm, up to 94 mile an hour. He's also got exit velos of 102 miles an hour. Bat speed of 78.5. So this is a guy that you miss here, you're going to pay. He fouls that off. And watching 2 of the last 3 guys homers, you know, he's thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah, man, I feel like Tristan Blaylock's going to be one of those guys that we're gonna be talking about his name for a long time.
I think so too.
I think he's a potential future All-American. I think he's a...
Well, I think obviously being in Alabama, we're going to see him here all the time. He was playing for USA Scout earlier this spring and now suiting up for USA Prime National. So this is a guy you can obviously dream on what he's going to be able to do. Already 6'4", 190 pounds. And he's, if you think the fastball is at about 95 miles an hour at age 15, what's that going to look like in 2 years?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be scared about that if I was. Yeah. If I was anyone in his region, I'd be terrified.
Runner left stranded for Indiana Bulls. That's a 5-2 lead for Dallas Tigers. Here comes this pitch to Blaylock. Inside strike. Already 2 homers in this inning for USA Prime. Miss low. Avery Hunt on the phone. I think he puts the phone up by his face when he comes by, so I don't try to make him come back on again. He's already served his time. He doesn't want to be brought back in. All right, Blaylock steps back in, back to work. 2 down in the inning. 6-1 lead for USA Prime. And he gets caught chasing, so another strikeout for Sheehan. So he's got 2 in the inning. He's got 2 homers allowed and 2 strikeouts. Evan Duplchain led off the inning, homered. Wyatt Gordon followed, struck out. Jordan Owens after that homered, and Tristan Blaylock strikes out. So that should mean Nathan Handley White's about to go yard. There's a strike. If that holds, C.J. Myers in the on-deck circle, and we know where his day's headed. Oh, 1 fouls that off. Makes it 0-2. Another inning for Marcus on the mound here for Indiana Bulls. Here comes the 0-2. And he gets the punch out, so rewrites the script. 3 Ks in the inning as Nathan Handley White goes down on strikes. 3 strikeouts, 2 homers allowed. The lead is 6-1 USA Prime in that one. And we are underway here with the top of the 5th. And Dallas Tigers and Indiana Bulls. Tigers leading 5-2. Marcus is going to be facing off against Carson Roy, Connor Jennings, and Michael Killian.
You know, it's always got to be a little bit crazy with pitching, especially in these events, because if you pitch game 1, then all you're doing is you're waiting around to potentially pitch again. Or if you get used in the middle of the tournament, there's a chance you don't pitch again until the next tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of coaches, like, you use your big guys early, and then the guys that you hold them for the start of bracket play. But then the others, you kind of just start piecing things together with the intent that you might have to roll out multiple arms if this thing goes deep. And we always see that, right? Like these long events, when you get into bracket play, I mean, the end of them, sometimes you're just trying to get guys out there that can throw strikes.
Yeah.
It happens a lot across these events, especially when we get into the national championships and you're talking about events that last a full week, how these teams are able to piece together pitching. And obviously, these early days of NPI, you want your big arms out there. You want to run them out. You want these guys to log pitch counts, have them show out for these scouts that are here on site here at Lake Point. Makes it a lot of fun to watch these early days, and then then you get into manager mode when you get into bracket play. And how do I piece this thing together? How do I have enough pitching to go on a run? There's 1 down in the inning for the Indiana Bulls with Marcus on the mound. It's now Jennings' turn. Roy was out number 1, so Cooper Jennings. Jennings yet to get a hit in this game. There's been 7 for USA Prime in their game, and meanwhile 7 for Dallas Tigers. Dallas Tigers got 5 runs on 7 hits. Indiana Bulls 2 runs on 6 hits. USA Prime 6 runs on 7 hits, and Palmetto 1 hit in that game. We got a substitute player at the plate here for Palmetto Blacksmiths. This is Austin Oberman. Jennings with the walk with 1 out. So a base runner aboard here for Dallas Tigers as Michael Killian steps in. Killian 0 for 1. Marcus, past junior feature gamers, thrown 36 pitches. Now Marcus is both a feature gamer and a junior feature gamer. Sort of remarkable to see a player like that not have a commitment next to his name. 50th ranked player in Indiana. Number 20 right-handed pitcher. Fastball teetering around 90 miles an hour. He's getting closer to that number. He's thrown 38 pitches, coming in relief. Took over for Bennett, who lasted 2 innings. Allowed 6 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. Marcus has given up just 1 hit thus far, 2 walks, 4 Ks. So Stewart grounds out. Oberman does reach first. Reach second, excuse me. There's a 1 down for the Blacksmiths. One's in the bottom of the fourth, trailing 6-1. Jonathan Dahlberg's turn here for the Blacksmiths. Today, just the start of these watch party broadcasts for us. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll have Florida Burn versus building champions out of the 17U division, East Cobb Astros and Lucchini National, another 17U matchup tomorrow. And man, you want to talk about star-studded games, Jack. That Florida Burn building champions game, you got Graham Houston on one side for Florida Burn, you got Grant Westfall on the other for building champions. So 2 prep baseball All-Americans, 2 guys who no doubt a year from now are going to be top MLB draft prospects. And then you look at that East Cobb Astros team, which has 18 Division I commits, 16 players who have been to the future games or junior future games, 12 players who are in the top 10 in their respective states, including the #1 player in the state of Mississippi in Sullivan Reed. Yeah, it's that's going to be absolutely insane. Man, that's just going to be stars all over the place, and certainly we have a number in action today as well. But that's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. So that one's going to be at 12:40 tomorrow, and then 10:20 on Saturday. We'll be back with USA Prime Aces National versus South Charlotte Panthers 27. And that one's going to have Jacob Seaman, one of the top players in the nation. And that one, then we'll have top tier Ruse American versus Twin City Baseball Club Scout. That's a 16U matchup, so should be a lot of fun. The throwdown, they got the runner. They in fact did. Indiana Bulls try to get aggressive, moving Jennings around, but that is, Dallas Tigers getting aggressive, already up 5-2. So that one's headed on to the bottom of the 5th inning. See if the Indiana Bulls can mount a fight. Runners at the corners for Palmetto Blacksmiths. Aaron Eberhardt's at the plate. Indian Lynn High School in South Carolina. Steps out, that's ball 2. After Eberhardt's Josh Frischman. Swing makes it 2-1. Comes a 2-2 to Eberhardt. It's in play. Short has it. Flips to second for 1 out. To first. Did they get the double play? They did, man. Great job. Denies Palmetto Blacksmiths that run. So a double play brings it into the inning and holds up that 6-1 lead for USA Prime. And there's a new pitcher in for Dallas Tigers. New arm is Logan Richards. So Richards at a Flower Mound, 39th ranked righty in Texas, 147 overall. Fastball around 85 on the profile. But that number is about a year old. And there you see first pitch from him is 89. So getting closer to 90. See if Richards can ring the bell with 90 miles an hour. That one goes foul. Noah Gotke at the plate. Start off the inning here for Indiana Bulls. We had Noah here during Academy Baseball Association playing for P27, Ohio State commit. Previously at Archbishop Moeller. He sends that one on its way into center field, a little bit too much underneath that, and that was caught in center by Roy for out number 1. Mason Meyer, Grady Nelson to follow. Loud out for USA Prime is out number 1 as Meyer flies out to left field. That brings us back to the top of the order for USA Prime and Charlie Blaylock. They lead 6-1 as that one is in the top of the 5th inning. Sheehan on the mound once again, throwing 31 pitches. Two down for Indiana Bulls as Nelson gets his turn. He's 0 for 1. Seen Richards hit 89 a couple times. Let's see if he can punch that 90-mile-an-hour ticket here. Baseball president Sean Duncan likes to tell me that a bell should ring every time somebody hits 90 miles an hour. That's for future games. I'm sure it also works for NPI.
No, this Palmetto team knows all about ringing bells, so let's see if they can.
Well, they watched it happen.
Well,
that was during the ABA tournament. Georgia Premier as champs got to ring a bell.
I was trying to turn them up a little bit, but you didn't really have to do them like that. But all right. But yeah, I mean, we've talked about it so many times. That event was just so much fun.
It really was. Charlie Blaylock's aboard with a walk. Meanwhile, that miss high makes it 1-2 in this matchup between Richards and Nelson. Xavier Rodriguez going to get another chance. Number 1 ranked player in Georgia in 29, the nation's top catcher. Duke can absolutely rake, and he's got a runner aboard. His team already up 6-1. Xavier's doubled in this one. Meanwhile, Richards on the 1-2 swing, miss, gets himself a strikeout. That inning is over. Dallas Tigers leading 5-2 over Indiana Bulls. Rodriguez watches ball 1. Charlie Blaylock at first. Cooper Holland awaits in the on-deck circle. Loses his grip on that attempt at a breaking ball, so count is going to be 2-0 here to Xavier Rodriguez. Another miss, make it 3-0. And Rodriguez walks on 4 pitches, so he'll head down to first, and that'll bring up Cooper Holland as Blaylock makes the trek to second base. Holland 1 for 1, steps in, get a courtesy runner here for Rodriguez. So we'll see if once again that's Ryan Pearson. Meanwhile, some warm-up pitches for Gavin Marcus for Indiana Bulls. He's got Jamie Chipman, Kaysen Martinez, and Jake Mayer. As that game is in the top of the 6th. Stick around after the game. We will, despite this being a watch party, we're still doing player of the game in this one. The talent is too good. The moment's too big for us not to feature one of them. So stick around after the game for our discussion of player of the game. And, of course, you can always find our player of the game interviews across all the Lake Point Sports social media channels. One count here to Cooper Holland. North Lincoln High School in North Carolina. Runners at first and second for USA Prime, which leads 6-1. Now 6 runs on 7 hits, looking to tack some more on. There's about 12 minutes of game time remaining in that USA Prime Palmetto game. Meanwhile, we're down to 9 minutes left in Dallas Tigers, Indiana Bulls. Chipman swings through that. The count is 0-2. Indiana Bulls, of course, our home team. Marcus offering is fouled off. Meanwhile, Holland's down at first base. Rivas is up with the bases loaded. Damian Rivas out of Mililani, Utah. Bases juiced. We've already seen multiple home runs by this USA Prime offense, including 2 in an inning. As Jordan Owens and Evil Duplchain both homered. Rivas would love to deliver the big blow and just blow this game open. Leave no doubt. Swing and a miss. He goes down on strikes. So Rivas can't deliver that moment, but can Samuel Vatterott do it? Another of that Wellington Sports Academy crew that was here during ABA, putting on a Cinderella run. 17th ranked player in Florida. And he watches strike. Kaysen Martinez at the plate right here for Dallas Tigers. Vatterott swings through that secondary. Nice slider there from Sheehan, who's thrown 53 pitches. He may have gotten a piece of that. That counts 2-1. Meanwhile, a 1-1 count here for Martinez. Marcus. And there's a ground out from Vatterott. Bases left loaded. Nice job by Sheehan. But the lead is 6-1 USA Prime as that one is on its way to the bottom of the 5th inning. About 8 minutes left on the clock in that one. We got about 5 minutes remaining in this Dallas Tigers Indiana Bulls matchup, but Indiana Bulls being home team will get the opportunity to hit in the bottom of the inning. Blacksmiths will send Josh Frischman to the plate, followed by Anthony Mazzoloni and Banks Head. 2-2 count from Marcus misses. Martinez at the plate, 0 for 2. He's got a full count. Payoff pitch, puts it in play. Third base has it, gloves, throws. Pulls the first baseman off the bag, so Martinez is going to be aboard with 1 out. Brings up Jake Mayer. Mayer's 0 for 1. And that's going to be it for Gavin Marcus. Went 55 pitches. So a pitching change for Indiana Bulls. Just a couple minutes remaining on the clock. But again, they will hit in the bottom of the inning. Marcus threw 3 1/3, allowed 2 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Let's see where the Bulls decide to go next pitching-wise as soon as we can get a read on that number. Frischman's got an 0-2 count. Carson Key fires. And misses, count now 1-2. All right, so your new pitcher here for Indiana Bulls is going to be James Rodert out of Columbus East. 51st ranked outfielder in Indiana, 262 overall. Driven foul over there by Mayer in that matchup against Prime. That count is 0-1. Martinez standing at first. Mayer puts it in play. First base has it on the run. And they got him. Martinez taking off for second, and that throw is on its way into center field. So errant throw behind the plate by the Bulls, and Martinez standing at second. One laced into left center. We have extra bases. He's going to hold it first. So Anthony Mazzoloni with a 1-out single for Palmetto Blacksmiths brings up Banks Head. Dutch fork lefty going to try to keep things rolling. We actually had a pinch hitter for Palmetto Blacksmith. That was Owen Smith, who's now standing at first. But still Head here at the plate. Swings through that, goes down on strikes. So Head is out number 2. Smith remains at first. I'll bring up Briggs Talbert. Martinez standing at third base now for Sampson. Baron Sampson, last batter in the order for Dallas Tigers. If my Cole shot calling it out that he was going to, he's definitely not hitting for the cycle now, but maybe he has that third hit of the day. He's looming if this inning continues.
Well, even if he doesn't get a cycle in this game,
the event cycle.
You can still try to etch in an event cycle. There still aren't as many as those as you think they would be.
Well, Baron Sampson's got a 3-1 count. He's got Casa Martinez at third, and he'll be aboard, and that'll take us back to the top of the order, and Reed Williams. And while Talbert's got a 2-1 count. He's got Owen Smith at first. Palmetto Blacksmiths trying to mount some feel-good moments here in the bottom of the 5th. The game's getting close to timing out. Williams watches ball 1. He's got runners at the corners. We do have a courtesy runner, Montgomery, now standing at first for Dallas Tigers. Skips away. Montgomery is gonna hold it first. The pitcher was trying to come out for another inning there for the Blacksmiths. I think everyone's just waiting to make sure that's game time. Yeah, that's ball game over there. USA Prime wins 6-1 over Palmetto Blacksmiths. I'll close out that inning for Dallas Tigers. Reed Williams is the last out of the inning. So Indiana Bulls going to be down to their last opportunity. So we're just going to cut to single screen here as we're just going to bring you Dallas Tigers and Indiana Bulls as we'll cut to our last opportunity here for Indiana Bulls in this one. There you go. Everything's zoomed in now. It's like you're watching an IMAX for the last inning.
And a curved one at that. At least you can see almost the entire field, though, which is pretty nice. From the back camera there, you can see the entire field from the outfield, so kind of got the center fielder's point of view on that one.
All right, Dallas Tigers looking to close out this 5-2 win over Indiana Bulls. We had 6-1 victory for USA Prime over Palmetto Blacksmiths in our other featured matchup today. Again, if you missed it, we're going to be back tomorrow. We'll have Florida Burn versus Building Champions and East Cobb Astros against Lucchini National. Those both the 12:40 window out of the 17U division. And Saturday, it's USA Prime Aces National against South Charlotte Panthers 27. And then Top Tier Ruse American versus Twin Cities Baseball Club. That'll be the 10:20 window on Saturday. So a lot more NPI coming your way over the next couple days. So make sure you keep it locked right here. Of course, you can always find all these games on the Lake Point X and Facebook and the Prep Baseball YouTube channels. Cooper Collins, Quinn Westfeld, and James Rodert are due up for Indiana Bulls. Richards came in the last inning for Dallas Tigers and getting closer and closer to 90 mile an hour. Let's see what he's got in store here for another inning. First pitch, Collins drives that. It's on its way into left field. Everybody's on the run. And left fielder catches it in front of the center fielder, and that'll be out number 1. got 3 guys coming that close to a ball. You kind of, if you're a coach, you're hoping somebody's got some good deep lungs to call out, I got it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I was trying to get lineups before the USA Prime versus Palmetto game, I was standing over by the batting cage over by USA Prime, and their coach was talking through the outfielders about different things, about when a ball comes, do you dive for it? If they dive, backing up and being there for each other. I think that's kind of what you're seeing right here, especially here too. I mean,
that drops in for a base hit and it bounces towards the foul line, but so Quinn Westfeld's going to be aboard. But yeah, communication key, and certainly they were talking through that pregame.
Because you got to have the guy going for it, then you got to have guys backing him up in case the ball bounces either way. I mean, there was a College World Series game the other day where guy missed it, another outfielder backed him up and threw him out, and they won the game like that.
Yeah.
So,
well, we've seen 2 pitches in this inning from Richards. Both have been put in play. The third pitch, though, is swung through for a strike. So somebody's going to see pitch number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. And we are all timed out, so this will be the end of the game. So Indiana Bulls, at this point, you're trying to eat into that lead. You either get out of here with a walk-off or you try to get out and eat into that run differential, because that's obviously going to matter when we start thinking about getting on to bracket play, even if you do take that loss. A close loss is better than a bigger deficit there in the run differential side of things. 0-2 count here to Rodert. Richard slings that for ball 1. Cooper Nichols awaits. Runner at first as Westfeld had a 1-out single. Spikes that, gets away from the catcher. And Westfeld takes second base. Two count here to Rodert. He rips that. That is well on its way. And that's going to be all the way off the wall. Yep, trekking home. He's on his way to third. Rodert standing at third. He's got himself an RBI triple. And we've got a 5-3 ball game, 97.8 off his bat all the way to the right center wall. We got a 2-run ball game. He roped that, and that was exactly what Indiana Bulls needed. Makes it 5-3 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, I was worried right there because, I mean, I know both those guys can run. We've seen it all game, but for a second there, you don't know if the coach is going to tell the guy in front of you, stop running. Now you got to try to get back to, try to find a way to
well,
back
they turn it,
second.
Yeah, they turn it into a track meet. And that gives us Cooper Nichols down with the runner at third, representing the tying run.
I don't know if I've ever seen an umpire do that before. Like, it looks like he's just kind of like going like that, and that's
Well,
his strike thing.
It's indifference. 0-2 count to Nichols. Wild swing, drop third, but tags a runner. So that's 2 down. Brings up Zach Glander, 1 for 2. Indiana Bulls down to their last out. They've scored 1 in this inning. Ooh, pretty nasty curveball there from Richards. Is strike 1. Runner at third. Miss high. Another miss makes it 2-1 to Glander. Should he get on, we're back to Canyon Kuntz in the top of the Indiana Bulls order. Can they get that far? Richards trying to slam the door, gave up an RBI triple. And that's turned this into a 2-run game. It's right down the middle. Now full count. Bulls down to their last strike. Comes a payoff pitch. See who wins this battle. Well, it'll continue as that goes foul. Both these teams with 8 hits in this ball game. Another 3-2. Hits him on the elbow. So Glander's headed down to first. Runners at the corners. And the winning run is coming to the plate now. Leadoff hitter Canyon Kuntz, who's 2 for 3. Kuntz a single in the first, a single in the third. Grounded out in the fourth. He fouls the first one off from Richards. Glander at first, Rodert at third. Glander takes off, takes second. Now they'll have 2 runners in scoring position. So all of a sudden now, if Kuntz can put something into the gap, things could get very, very interesting. He's got a 1-1 count. Dallas Tigers led 5-0 going into the bottom of the 3rd inning. We've now got a 5-3 game. Another miss, 3-1. Noah Gotke, the Ohio State commit, waiting in the on-deck circle. Does he get there with the bases loaded? A 3-1 count now to Kuntz. And he does, in fact, walk him. So the bases are now loaded, 2 outs. And you bring up the Ohio State commit. Noah Gotke, 7th-ranked player in Ohio, exit velos of 106.3 miles an hour, and he has got a chance to do some magic here for the Indiana Bulls. And certainly for the Bulls, you just got to find any way to put that ball in play, but you know Gotke's got his sights on something big here. The Tigers just trying to regroup. Richards had been so strong, but things have gone awry this inning. Had a really nice run through the first part of this inning, and then things just go awry. You end up giving up that big run-scoring triple to James Rodert. And Richards will try to regroup and get them out of here with a victory. We are all timed out, so this game will come to a conclusion after this 3rd out. Certainly Indiana Bulls would like that to have nothing to do with a 3rd out and instead have them celebrating a walk-off win. So Gotke stepping in, 23 junior feature gamer, 22 junior feature gamer, and of course a 25 feature games last summer. Number 7 player in Ohio. Buckeye commit. Bases juiced. First pitch, 101 off the bat. Noah Gotke all the way back.
Oh my
and
God.
That is OHIO. You cannot believe it. Noah Gotke, grand slam home run, walks it off for Indiana Bulls. That was unreal. 101 off the bat. Noah Gotke had an unforgettable moment to kick things off for the NPI for Indiana Bulls, and my man owned that moment. Look at this. Walk-off celebration, man, it gets no better than that. Tap that bass, and man, what do you even say? That was unbelievable. And you talk about right guy at the right moment. It can get no better than that for the Indiana Bulls, a team that trailed 5-0 going into the bottom of the third inning. And they play 2 that inning. They fight their way back. They scored 5 runs in the bottom of the 6th. And, man, Noah Gotke delivering that gigantic home run. And there may not be a bigger moment all of NPI than we just saw from the Ohio State commit, the 7th-ranked player in Ohio in 2027. Noah Gotke, man, what a gigantic moment. Quick break here in studio. We're going to come back and wrap this thing up with player of the game.
It's time to step up. The time is now. It's time to step up. The time is now. Taking the stage, making a name, flipping the script, changing the game. We're taking the stage, making a name, flipping the script, changing the game. It's time to step up. The time is now. It's time to step up. The time is now. It's time to step up. The time is now.
The success of every athlete depends on their instincts and split-second decision-making skills. S2 Cognition delivers the leading digital evaluation that is scientifically validated to measure these cognitive abilities that have been unquantifiable until now. The S2 eval is designed to analyze how athletes see, think, and react to in-game split-second decisions. So how does S2 work? The S2 eval is a 30 to 45-minute sports-specific digital evaluation that measures an athlete's cognitive skills and instincts. The eval is uniquely designed for each sport to capture the split-second decisions made in the game. The S2 score report is automatically generated after the eval, with data that provides a complete picture of the athlete's cognitive skills. These results will unlock opportunities for athletes, coaches, athletic directors, scouts, and general managers. It's time to know your game so that you can build to win.
At First Form, we help real people earn real long-term results. It doesn't matter if you're working out at home, you just started in the gym, or you're competing in the largest arenas around the world. Our full line of nutritional supplements are second to none and designed to fuel your journey every step of the way. With our industry-leading 110% money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Visit firstform.com today and let us help you reach your goals.
Congratulations, Mom and Dad. Your life now revolves around sports.
Everett, Neela!
But you wouldn't trade it for anything. Welcome to Sporthood. DSG, only at Dick's.
There's nothing more important for your organization than the look and functionality of where your team spends most of their time. Here at Netting Pros and Stadionic, we create iconic facilities that exceed industry standards and become the headline of your organization. We've worked with dozens of the top leagues, collegiate programs, and professional baseball organizations.
We are here at Clemson University to build our second baseball field on a football field.
And having that partner with Netting Pros to be able to look at that and say, how can we make this happen that can be great for fans, great for the experience, and they nailed it.
We have customized solutions for whatever your needs may be to help every aspect of your project, bringing facilities to life.
You got to make sure that we're having the top premier product. We want the best for our guys.
Without great partnerships and collaboration with netting pros, we wouldn't be able to pull this off.
We're confident that your venue will stand above the rest and your vision for the future will be made into a reality.
Backed by over 100 years of engine design and manufacturing and a highly skilled dealer network. Yanmar. Yanmar Tractors. Quality. Hardworking. Reliability. Leave no job unfinished. Yanmar. Visit us at www.yanmartractor.com or see your local dealer for details.
Welcome back. Cory McCartney, Jack McCartney with you as we just wrapped up day one of our watch parties here from the National Program Invitational. And, man, we just had two really great matchups, Jack. We had USA Prime National winning 6-1 over Palmetto Blacksmiths. And then, I don't know, the things could have got started in much better fashion. Indiana Bulls Black, 7-5 winners over Dallas Tigers National. Noah Gotke, Ohio State commit, grand slam, walk-off home run. It gets no better than that.
Yeah, I mean, it was just all around today, it's just been amazing. I mean, it started off, we've seen bombs all day, just great athletes here all day. But you can't get a bigger moment than a walk-off grand slam. No time left on the clock.
Yep.
Down to your last out.
For a team that trailed 5-0.
Yep.
All right, let's cut to this home run because we got to see this thing. He gets an 80-mile-an-hour breaking ball, and Gotke goes 101 miles an hour. And I cannot wait to know the second that it registered that thing is gone. And, man, just look at this moment. He was 3 for 4 on the day with 5 RBI. Just a gigantic day for him. A single in the first, a double in the third, and then the home run, grand slam fashion, walk-off fashion, setting the party off here for Indiana Bulls as they get out of here with a big, big win. And look, in that inning, I'm thinking, okay, they're trailing 5-2. What can they do to kind of just get out of here? Maybe you don't want run differential to be an issue when you get out of pool play. And they just start piecing things together. They get an RBI triple as that innings rolling along from Rodert, and now they just set the stage. Everything kind of just started falling off the rails a little bit for the Dallas Tigers, and Gotke got the pitch he wanted, and he absolutely made a magic moment. I have a feeling Noah Gotke's grandkids are going to be hearing about that moment.
I mean, in the beginning, the Tigers were just holding him for a while, and then as soon as they took out Vaughn, it became a crazy story. I mean, just absolutely.
Well, Richards was getting close to 90. They were having a little bit of problems with it early, but that last inning, man, it just unbelievable finish there for Indiana Bulls. And the great news for everybody watching is that we're far from done. As we cut to our menu here for the watch party, we got more coming your way. So that's today's matchups. And then as we cut to the full menu, you're going to see this switch over because we got more games coming your way on Friday. We're going to have, there you go, Florida Burn versus Building Champions, East Cobb Astros against Lucchini National. It's going to be at 12:40, and then we wrap it up Saturday at 10:20, USA Prime Aces National versus South Charlotte Panthers, and Top Tier Roos American versus Twin Cities Baseball Club. So a fantastic start to a fantastic week for us here at Lake Point Sports, and make sure you stick around and check out all of our social media channels. You'll find the interview with Noah Gotke, our player of the game from this one, and no doubt player of the game from our watch party. So for Avery Hunt, Jack McCartney, and producer Maddie Bullock, I'm Cory McCartney, and for now, we're signing off from Lake Point Sports.